Hello comic book fans, today we're talking about Ghost Pepper issue 10. We are getting closer to the finale of this series, and honestly, it's a bittersweet because I want this series to keep going because I love it so much, but at the same time, I am excited to see how the series comes to a close. If you watched the last video, we are in the middle of a war, and that war is between Baptar and him losing the faith in the people and them finding out that he's actually a fraud and not the savior, and instead it's Ash, aka Ghost Pepper now. And along with Ash is all of the people that Baptar once ruled over coming after him directly in his tower. And we get this awesome moment with Toggle, and Toggle is sick and tired of this entire situation, and now he wants to really lock in. If you remember what we saw, what he can do earlier in the series, he's finally able to let loose, and when he gets powered up and juiced up, he's really an unstoppable being. He's one of the first people to actually be brought up against Ghost Pepper, and obviously Ghost Pepper stopped them, but even he had to give him his props, I actually had to put a little bit of force into stopping you. And we've seen how strong Ash is, so that's just a testament to how strong Toggle himself is when he's actually powered up. And so we have all these characters in here, and this story does such a good job giving you enough of each character and understanding them on a personal level, and then when the action starts, they are able to give it their all. Everybody has the spotlight in this series, and it's definitely Toggle in this book. Between him and Ash, they really show what they can do and just how awesome they are. And I think the art in this series does a good service of that to express. The art itself expresses the strength in the characters in such an awesome way. It's comic book, but I would say it's a bit of manga and anime on the level of magnitude of expression when you see the fear in these characters or the power or the joy. And speaking of fear, we have the shadow of Minji, if I believe that's how you pronounce his name, and he is an eclipse maker, which is a part of the being which also Ash is, but he's not in his magnitude. He, in his own way, is also a fraud, and his own shadow is telling him that you had a lot to say about other people. You sat on the sideline and mocked and judged other people, but now you're understanding it's not easy being in those people's positions, and now you have put yourself in this very tough position. What choice are you going to make? You have to make a decision. And it's really interesting because this character was not in the story from the jump. He came a little later in the series, and he didn't have that much of a role at all until these last two books that he's put on the front, right? At least on the enemy side, he's put on the front, and now we're seeing what kind of person and character he is, and the choices that he makes and the decision that he makes, that he's going to sacrifice even their own soldiers in order to try to destroy and kill Ash, which even the Shadow himself expresses is a very dumb decision to make. It was a very stupid decision to make. Ash himself is not going to let his people get hurt, the people that decided to follow him into battle. Even though they barely know him and he barely knows them, he tells them to get back and to protect themselves. This last ride is going to be between him going after Baptar, and he even says it himself, I don't plan on sacrificing anybody or myself. I'm not doing that again. Pretty much he says the only person that's going to get what's coming to them is Baptar. and we get this awesome like panel and a page where he bites into a ghost pepper to power up, and we saw what ghost peppers can do to him. So when he bites into it, he just goes into like this other form, this otherworldly form. And I keep saying this, but it's like this is the type of stuff you see in a video game or old school video games, like with Mario Brothers or Sonic or whatever, when they bite into said fruit or said thing, and they get that crazy power up, right, that like helps them go over into the finish line. And that's exactly what we get here with Ash, or what everybody calls him now, Ghost Pepper, for that reason alone. And the giant tower cannons are getting ready to fire, and these pretty much are like death machines, right? Like everybody's hiding, because when these cannons start firing, it's going to destroy everything in their path. And so everybody's hiding, and Ghost Pepper is just standing there. He's waiting. But we see how powerful he is with the Ghost Pepper. He puts a finger, just one finger, on this entire machine, and it all explodes. Like, he didn't do anything. You have to understand, the power scaling that comes to this. He destroyed an entire like death machine with just putting his finger on it. And the reaction that it got was like if an atomic bomb just dropped on it. Like, that's the magnitude of this guy's power. And this story, this series, does an amazing job showing you Ash's power, Ghost Pepper's power, with and without the Ghost Pepper. They're paying attention to the power scaling of this character, so you understand what it means when he bites into a Ghost Pepper. And just after lifting one finger, he destroyed everything that was in his path. And then he starts to make his way to Baptar himself, and to where it is just him and Baptar. And Baptar's on the floor, and he is already like beaten. And it's like they're already over at this point, right? But then he looks back and he sees Ash, the guy that has been the shadow. In his shadow, every time he looks over his shoulder, he sees Ash, because he was a fraud, and Ash was the real hero. He was the actual savior, and he took all the credit. And now Ash is standing in front of him, telling him, let's end this. And that's all I have for this video. Thank you guys for watching this video. Like, share, and subscribe for more. And thank you for watching.